Welcome back to the GBGuns Armory, a series in which we're going over stuff that I've already reviewed in full on the main channel and likely also on gbgunsdepot.com. Check the pinned comment if you want to see that stuff. That was all facts and performance. This is the touchy-feely and questions that get posed from it. Whatever the gun inspires. And today we have the Walther PDP Match Polymer. This is a fairly recent release, and what you're getting out of it is a PDP full-size frame, which is their 17 rounder, a large one, magwell, 5-inch barrel with some speed holes cut in the slide that I think are pretty nice, and Walther's performance trigger. And this trigger, whew, we come back to a wall, tiny movement, break, short reset, right back at the wall for another break. This is a gun that is super comfortable to shoot. It's interesting because when the PDPs first came out, I found that the curvature on the back here of the compact model fit my hand a little more comfortably than the full-size frame. For some reason it was like the curve was just kind of hitting wrong, and I think that either was that back strap or they changed the back straps and didn't tell anybody, because when I got this, it's got that Walther ergonomics of just being like I have a custom-made glove for the hand. I don't know, I've never had a custom-made glove, but it's what I imagine, how it just kind of fits. With that nice broad trigger guard underneath of the undercut, so that kind of rests the gun there. And then the magazine well, which I don't believe is necessary for reloads, because I train with reloads, but serves as a resting point for the pinky finger. It sort of elevates the natural toe kick that the PDP has on it anyways. And if you're a dot shooter, you know that most dot errors in trying to find the dot are a vertical axis thing, and a little bit of pinky pressure helps drop the nose of the gun and get you right back on that dot, usually pretty quickly. So having a little assistance there is nice. No, there's not a dot on this currently. It's because I only have so many dots, and I have a lot of dot ready pistols, so it has been moved around. I've got one on the steel frame variant at the moment. This is one of those guns that in hand it feels serious and real and like something you could do anything with. And the 5-inch barrel I absolutely love. I love the longer sight radius that you get because of that. I love the slower cyclic rate of the slide that you tend to get on longer slided guns. Just makes for a softer, easier shooting experience. Plus, you're getting that extra velocity, keeping in mind that American 9mm ammunition is loaded for a 4-inch barrel per SAMI spec. So when you go to a 5-inch barrel, you're going faster than the original intention, which means more energy on target. Yeah, it could mean, I mean, if you went way too fast, it could mean that your hollow point detonates itself when it hits a soft tissue target, but it's still hitting with more energy. And if it detonates, it's losing momentum, and it's going to dump all of its energy in that target anyways. So success, maybe, but whether or not, whatever you're training to shoot for or whatever you shoot at, I'm a paper shooter and sometimes steel. It's nice to have the extra speed. It's nice to have the extra real estate on the gun, and that smooth rhythm that 5-inch 9mm have. Comment if you guys know what I'm talking about, but I have yet to shoot a 5-inch barreled 9mm that wasn't just silky smooth and comfortable to shoot. When these came out, everyone was excited because it was a new Walther, and that tends to happen. Every new Walther gets lots of love, and then people kind of got quiet about it, and I'm not sure why. Optics ready, high capacity, you get the special base plates, you get the awesome Walther performance trigger, which they used to sell just aftermarket, and I bought one and put it into one of my PPQs a couple years ago. Spectacular trigger, definitely something meant for the range or competition, which I believe is what a 5-inch 9mm is for anyways. But I find this to be a treat to shoot. Should probably take it back out to the range and spend more time with it. But I do find it interesting how it came out to a lot of fanfare and then kind of quieted down. Is that, I'm not just talking about on the main channel, because I know my channel is focused almost exclusively on self-defense type guns, though I don't see it that way. I see it as any and all guns. The YouTube algorithm and viewership has basically made it that when I talk about non-defense pistols, be it a competition pistol, or God forbid I bust out a rifle, viewership just falls flat on its face. That kills momentum, which then hurts the channel for months. One bad video hurts the channel performance for months. It's terrible. One good video, though, that's great for a couple weeks. Thanks, YouTube, for these rules. But why do you guys think the PDP Match, both the polymer and we'll do another one on the steel frame, have been kind of quiet lately? Is this the fault of the way that our media cycle works in always chasing the new thing, and so when it's no longer the new thing, it no longer gets talked about? I mean, that's one of the reasons why I started doing this series on the channel, is because there's a whole lot of good stuff out there that you're not going to see in your feed unless you saw it in the feed the 1 week that it was the hotness. I think that a lot of things deserve a second look, including stuff like the Walther Match series of pistols. Let me know what your thoughts and reactions were to it. I'm curious to hear how many of you are in the, oh, it's got a high bar axis camp. Sorry to insult you like that, but I've already demonstrated in many ways that the bar axis is not what people think they are. Just because it's a fat slide doesn't mean that it's... Anyways, I don't want to go off on that. But tell me your thoughts. Why is this not the hotness anymore? Any of you competing with this? If you are competing and with something else, let us know what it is. I'm curious to learn from you guys. Always the student. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.